The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right up.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Griffin. This is White on the screen. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Operating from the gun. Griffin. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Griffin. He's got White here. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Griffin will throw again. And a dump off to White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming! Under 10, 10. Wait! Mike's 5-4. There we go. 54, Mike, 54.
Once again, Griffin. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On first down, it's lost. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On the set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Griffin. And he will find his man on the outside. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Griffin. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check that.
Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You can't block me. Check 37. Check 37. Mike 54.
Throwing again, Griffin. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
First down, 54.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And this is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again, Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's White. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Drop deep.
To throw again is Griffin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, check right.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Lott. And he comes back with one complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. Mike 34. Hey, check. Oh, here we go. Oh, 34 is the Mike.
3rd and 2, Lott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Watch the screen. Pass.
After the interception, here's Griffin. He shakes it off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is RG3. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's Griffin to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second and goal, Griffin looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Now it's Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Rush in.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Kyle Van Noy, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. 11 feet.
Luck now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Here's Griffin. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4.
Out of the gun, Griffin. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 23 yards on the play.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Griffin. It's caught. This is White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Come on. 54, right there. 54, Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Mike,
from the shotgun, Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Griffin. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't imagine. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All right, D, let's check. All right, D. Mike 54.
On 4th down, Griffin. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go.
Luck gonna throw it. He's gonna rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this. The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Griffin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Come on, QB, come on. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check.
Griffin will throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
I got it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey. Let's go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 4th down, Griffin. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Once again, Griffin. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. One last shot for RG3. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.